I'm going to share with you a very important message today from your Yeshiva, Rav Tzvi Kushlevsky. Tragically, we had another terrorist attack here last week in Yerushalayim, and unfortunately, there were a number of great individuals who passed away, and one of them was one of the Dayanim in Eretz Yisrael, Rav Wasserman. I asked my Rosh Yeshiva, how could it be? How could it be? Torah is matzil magen. Torah protects a person. How could it be such a great individual was taken in such a tragic way? And he responded as follows, is that every single person who dies al Kiddush Hashem is taken to Shemayim, and he comes in front of the Kisei HaKavod, and he's allowed to scream out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and plead on behalf of the Jewish people. If anybody else had been taken, if somebody of lesser stature had been taken, he wouldn't be able to say with such passion and with such acceptance that something would come against his words and his kindness. So therefore Hashem took somebody whose words would definitely enter the heavenly throne. They would definitely impact the heavenly throne and would impact the Kadosh Baruch Hu in all of the din that we're seeing in these days. I'll just add one more point that I heard from Rabbi Yaakov Hiller. Rabbi Yaakov always tells me, he says, Hashem takes people who are exemplary. Hashem takes people and to show us that these are the individuals that we must learn from. Hashem singles them out, so we should learn from them. We should understand that this is what Hashem wants from us. If we're not going to act like that way, Hashem will take them away from us. So Hashem, by making a dagesh, by showing their importance, by taking them away from us, having them die al Kiddush Hashem, which is probably one of the greatest acts a Jew could do in his life. So Hashem is teaching us that this is the way we're meant to live our life. This is the way Hashem wants us to be, and we're not at that point. I then asked my Rosh Yeshiva one more question. Mr. Kushlevsky, I asked him, Chazal tell us, the Gemara in Sanhedrin, that Moshiach can only come by Hesach Hadas. Hesach Hadas. Everybody's thinking about this now. Everybody's thinking, what does Hashem want from us? How far are we from the Gula? The Zohar says 9 months of heavy Arab oppression before the Gula comes. Are we in these 9 months now? What's going on? So what does it mean, Hesach Hadas, if everybody's thinking about it? So he says, Hesach Hadas doesn't mean it means it will interrupt our thoughts. Hesach Hadas means that the situation will get so dire that we'll lose hope. We'll lose hope. And this is a very, very important thing to keep in mind right now. Right? The situation is getting dire and dire, more dire every day, as the war has started up again here in Israel, and Hamas is coming at us with full force. Things look very, very dire. And at this point, it's exactly at this point that we have to strengthen ourselves and to understand that the only real hope that we have is to rely on Hashem. We have to do ishtalus, whatever we can do to protect ourselves. But we have to know, and if we don't, then we will certainly come to Hesach Hadas. We'll certainly come to the feeling that there is no hope. And although the Gemara says this is a sign of the Gula, we're meant to protect ourselves and guard ourselves from coming to that point. So at this time, we all have to strengthen ourselves in Emunah, and we know there's still Jews who are being held captive in tunnels such as this one. We have to continue to pray for them, continue to pray for the entire Jewish people, that we should be protected, and Hashem should take us out of this war and bring us into the Gula, the man came through it. So